You know what? I hear curry's really popular in places like Kanto. But you know what's really popular at my house? Finding opposing trainers for battle. So here we are with another Dags video. Okay, whizzing through the menus, you know what's going on. Here are my DiddyDagz. And we are waiting to see his team, and here it is. This one's an actual team that somebody's put effort into, and I suppose I'll give you a quick rundown of each one before we get into things. So starting off, this is Dracovish, and this is a one-trick pony if there ever was one. It's got one move, it wants to move first and hit you hard, and it just, that's all it ever does. That's all I've ever seen it do. Next we have Copperaja, which is just an elephant made out of metal. I mean, there's not much else you can say about it. Orbeetle, and this is just a big psychic bug, a brain bug, and it's as nasty as it looks. Next we have Obstagoon, which as the name suggests, it just means it just... It just wants to be an obstacle. Next we have Corvid Knight, and this is your prototypical Black Knight.
None shall pass. What?
It's a bird made out of metal. The guy likes his metal. And finally we have Palossand. Now there's two things you want to know about Palossand. It's a sandcastle, and it's also a ghost.
Now to get the mask off old Nettie.
A haunted sandcastle. Very spooky. So one final thing to say about his team in general is it's on the whole bulky but slow. Apart from that Dracovish, which always wants to move first, I'll explain later. Now, what I think he's going to lead with then is the Dracovish. He is seeing my team and it just looks like a pile of puppies and he's not going to be respecting me. So I think that Dracovish is coming right out. He wants to press 6 buttons total and win. So he'll be starting with that. And our best response is Rockruff. So okay, we'll put Rockruff in, and then it's on with the battle. Okay, let's get this fight underway. And immediately he sends out not the Dracovish. Okay, so that's a mistake. I think if I just put out some stealth rocks, he's going to be slower than me, and I can just use the Endeavor tricks on him. It's not ideal. Okay, he was faster than me, and he used Calm Mind. That's him setting up. That's him growing his power. That's very worrying. Okay, we have to respond to this quickly, because right now he's turning into a monster. And all I've done is put the pebbles out on the battle. Yep, we need to switch into Electrike immediately. We have a fire to put out. And this is what Electrike is designed to do. He is designed to stop people setting up. And he's been greedy, to be honest. He didn't need to do 2 of those. And hopefully, and we're counting on this, otherwise we're screwed, we need him to be greedy again. What Switcheroo does is exchanges my item for his. And my item is a Choice Scarf, which means, yep, excellent, he was greedy again. Now he's locked into that one move as long as he stays on the field. So he can do that as much as he likes, but he's never going to attack now. He has to switch out, which means I get a free paralyze on whatever comes in. But the Dynamax, of course. Which actually has completely ruined my strategy there. He's going to be able to use whatever he likes now for 3 turns. So unfortunately it's looking like Electrike is going to perish. Oh, but he moves first, that's good. I mean, he's paralyzed now, but yeah, okay, so a massive brain attack is coming and oh, that's one DiddyDagz down. Sorry, Electrike, but you did good. Okay, so now I've got a problem. He's a bug psychic type, so it means he's got bug and psychic attacks. I think if I bring out Growlithe now, who resists bug because he's a fire type, this will make him use a psychic attack, and that's what I want him to do. I want him to use another psychic attack. Yeah, because I'm going to switch out immediately now to Nickit, who is a dark type. So if I'm correct, if I've conditioned him to use his psychic attack, he will now completely miss, because Nickit is immune to psychic moves because it's a dark type. But paralyzed, so we never even get to know how clever I was. Now it's time to bring out the rock ruff. It's time to take a hit, go down to 1 health, and then make him be 1 health. He's paralyzed again! Oh my goodness. That's really lucky. Now he has to switch out. Now he can only do the Calm Mind. So I guess I'll just... whatever comes in next is going to be slow. With my scary face. He's thinking about it. To be honest, if I'd thought about it and realised that his entire team is already slow, I probably wouldn't have needed to have done the scary face. But I was kind of just on autopilot at this point. I have scary faced the Sandcastle Ghost.
Ironic.
And I think I'm going to switch out and take whatever hit's coming with Herdia, who is my go-to switch into what I don't know. It's like, if I don't know what's coming, out comes Herdia, and just to see what they're going to do. That will have done nothing. I think they're a special attacker. Earth Power, there you go, a special ground move. And that is not Herdia's specialty for defending. Herdia is max defense. But let's go for a yawn. Let's put him to sleep. I think I can take another attack. I can threaten the sleep. And see if I can set up. He doesn't go for another attack. He sets up the Sandstorm. So I'm going to go for the Substitute. And this will stop him from doing anything like burning me. But he goes for the Withdraw and he goes straight into Corviknight. Okay. So he didn't want to go to sleep just then. He was backing right out. So I guess I'll yawn this one and see if I can force him to switch again. And see if he's going to use Pluck. Okay, he thinks I've got a berry. I don't know why. But that did nothing. And now he's yawning. If he doesn't attack, he's going to fall asleep next turn. And I don't think he's going to do it. I think he's going to switch out again. So now it's time to get rid of this Sandstorm. And do my own switching. And so if you watch my last DiddyDagz video, you won't have seen Vulpix. He brings out the Palisand. And I bring in Vulpix. And this takes away the Sandstorm and brings in the Hail. And I'm fairly sure that he's slower than me, so I'm just going to set up what I've got to set up. This is Aurora Veil. This is a pair of shields which reduces all damage coming from their opponent's side for 8 turns. He sets up the Sandstorm again, doesn't even go for an attack, so he obviously finds this Sandstorm very important. And it's at this point I'm thinking I could keep playing the switching game. But eventually, because all of his Pokemon are fully evolved, I'm going to lose if I keep playing the switching game. I need to take a risk. And there is a very risky option here, which is Sheer Cold. Sheer Cold is a one-hit KO move. If it lands, dead. But it's only got slightly less than a 1 in 3 chance of hitting. Which isn't good odds. But I've got to go for it. And it lands! Okay, cool.
Hasta la vista, baby.
He's angry. He's so angry about that. The chances against it were astronomical. Good. That's got rid of his Sandstorm guy. Which means the next time I get rid of this Sandstorm, it's gone forever. Now he's thinking. He's thinking a long time. Okay, he sent out the Corviknight again. What do I do with that? I think it's time to switch in Growlithe. He has pressure. He's not... So I can use my Intimidate to lower his attack. And I can scare him away, because Growlithe is super effective against steel types by being fire. And let's see. He's going to use Brave Bird. This is going to do a lot of damage. What? Sorry. That wasn't a lot of damage. Okay. This guy must be like fully defense invested or something. Because his attack was not all that. I mean, I'm going to lower it anyway, and that's what Will-O-Wisp does. If I burn him, his attack is halved again. Yeah. I mean, I'm not scared of that. And yeah, he's going to be doing no damage to me now. And that's good, because Growlithe... The way I've set Growlithe up is he doesn't try and do damage very quickly. He doesn't have powerful attacks, he just has attacks that do damage at the end of every turn. Okay, he's gone for the Brave Bird again. I'm going to trap him in now with Fire Spin. So this just covers him in fire, and he can't actually switch out now. And the Sandstorm has subsided. He's going to take burn damage. He's going to take damage from the Fire Spin trap. And after that, I plan to break his spirit by healing all of the damage he's just done. With Morning Sun. Morning Sun would have healed for a very little with the Sandstorm up. But now that the Sandstorm has gone, it's actually going to heal a decent amount. Yeah, the spirit is gone. As soon as he saw that, he was like,
You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half. And now.
He's just lost an entire Pokemon. He thought he would keep doing the Brave Birds, that it would at least be something, and then he saw me heal all of that back. And he's just lost his Black Knight.
Alright, we'll call it a draw.
Now to see what comes in next. Obstagoon. Yeah, so this guy... I actually don't know what to expect, but if I burn him, even if Growlithe dies, that's a good thing. Retaliate. That does a lot of damage if one of your... that's not that much damage. I feel like that should have done more damage. That does that's really powerful. It like doubles in power after he's just lost one of his friends, which he did. I shouldn't be alive. Let me try and figure that out. But yeah, let's he's never going to be able to do that much damage again, so let's do a bit of healing and then we can trap him. Cross chop. Oh, he misses. That's gonna annoy me even more. And I'm at full health. He's burned. Okay, yeah. Let's see if we can trap him in. Aurora Veil, that's what it was. That's why things were doing not very much damage. I've forgotten about that. I told you it was overpowered, and it is. Let's see if we can trap him in. He withdraws. Okay, so whatever comes in next is... Yeah. Well, there's no way that Growlithe's ever going to survive an attack from this guy, and I feel like I'm not going to get another move on this guy. He's going to move first and kill me, so it's time to switch out. And I'm sorry, Herdia, but somebody has to die, and it's going to have to be you. So basically what this guy has is a move called Vicious Rend, which is a super powerful water attack. And if you hit with it first, it does twice damage. And that's the one trick that this one-trick pony has. And and this is where we have to acknowledge how lucky we were with those paralyzers earlier. We still have Rockruff. We can do the Endeavor tricks. The focus sash is intact, so he can hit me as hard as he likes. I'm going to have 1 health left. Bam! Focus sash keeps me alive. Endeavor gives him the exact same health as I have, which is 1. And then I don't know what he's going to do. I expect Rockruff will die, but Rockruff did its job. You did your job, Rockruff. And another DiddyDagz is down. Now we can bring in Vulpix, it has to be, because Vulpix has Ice Shard, which is an increased priority move, which means no matter how fast that thing is, I will hit first. It doesn't do very much damage, but it hits first. But we don't need to do very much damage, we only need to do 1. Threat neutralized. That's an ugly fish. Okay, and he brings in the
Master Lion Thunderzord power!
Copperaja. The steel elephant. So steel is super effective against ice, which is what Vulpix is here. I'm hoping I can move first and get this up again before. Yeah, heavy slam. I don't fancy my chances. He's very heavy. That does more damage the heavier you are, and that's super effective. And yeah, you did your job, Vulpix. Another DiddyDagz bites the dust. Okay, we'll bring out Growlithe. Growlithe, who resists steel moves. I'm going to try and do the same strategy as I did with Corviknight, and just trap, burn, and tank out the damage until it dies. We've intimidated it, we've burnt it, the Aurora Veil is up. I'm not expecting to see very much damage. That's super effective. But it's nothing. That is nothing. It's looking good at this point. I didn't expect to get the win, but it's looking like we've got a good chance. Oh, and he agrees. Oh no! Okay, so he dipped. I wish I had a wonderful and glorious DiddyDagz victory for you, but it was not to be. But no matter. I got to showcase every single. Nick it! I can't let it end like this. Let's have a little thought experiment. Okay, so at the moment of cowardice, Copperaja had just rudely yeeted my poor virtuous Vulpix into oblivion, but not before she was able to get the Aurora Veil back up. At which point Growlithe comes in and flexes so hard, he probably threw his Switch onto a fire and gave up video games for life. So now we're in the realms of speculation. Not ideal, but what are we going to do? So I'm going to assume that Growlithe bops this elephant, and that his best play after would be to bring in the Obstagoon and fish for a retaliate crit, which he likely wouldn't get, so Growlithe wins this one as well. In comes the Orbeetle and somehow manages to take out Growlithe, and that's where we resume our battle. What follows is a dramatic reconstruction. All the cowards involved have been replaced by actors, but the events depicted are based on a plausible series of events. There he is! Psychic. It doesn't affect Nickit, who's a dark type, totally immune. This guy can't touch me from now on. And now this is how Nickit normally plays. So I use Snarl, which is a sound-based attack. It's dark type, it's super effective, and it also has the added ability of lowering his special attack. I've got an item which increases my special attack if I use a sound-based move. And his ability is Unburden, which means his speed's doubled now that he's used his item. And because I'm so mean, I'm going to torment him, which means that he can't use the same move twice. But because of his choice scarf, he has to use the same move over and over again. This is the deviousness of Nickit. And let's play with him now. I still have my Dynamax. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to max guard. At this point, like if the guy had stayed, this would be me just being thoroughly mean. I'm toying with the fella. And he deserves it, because he actually quit. So there, this guy's forced to struggle now. But he's paralyzed, so he doesn't even get to struggle. I might as well show you the next thing, which is Max Quake. Nobody expects that Nickit has a ground move. But Nickit gets access to the Mud Shot. And if you can make Max Quake out of that, you do some damage. I've surprised a few electric types. But it increases your special defense. So I've lowered their special attack, I've increased my special defense, and now it's at this point that people realize how terrifying Nickit can be. Struggle, struggle, flail and struggle. And with Dynamax over, I guess I'll finish him off. And that is it. I feel the DiddyDagz have been proven. There are no more videos to be made of these little champions, so I think I'll end it there.
Don't have nightmares, sleep well. Good night. Good night.